Hey gang, in this Code Club bonus video, I'm going to show you how to add sounds and music to your program. Open up another browser window and log into Scratch so that you can follow along. Have fun and let's start coding. You can add sounds and music to any sprite in your project, or to the stage, and adding them works very similarly to how you add sprites, costumes, and backdrops. To add sounds, click on the Sounds tab while you have the backdrop or the proper sprite selected. Once you're in the Sounds tab, you'll see any sounds that already exist for your sprite or the stage, and you can duplicate them or delete them just like you can with sprites and costumes. To add sounds, you hover over the speaker with a plus sign button to choose a sound. The magnifying glass icon lets you choose a sound from Sprite's built-in library. Once you're in the library, you can mouse over any sound to hear what it sounds like before you add it to your program. The microphone icon lets you record a sound off of your computer. There's a little box that's going to pop up that asks you for permission. You can't see it in this recording, but you need to click allow here for it to work. After you click allow, you click the record button to start it recording, and then the stop recording button to stop. After you're done recording, you can click play to hear your sound, and then you can click re-record if you don't like what you heard. In this screen, there's these red lines that you can move along the waveform of your sound. What these will do is cut out any parts of the sound that are highlighted in red. The only parts that will be saved to your program are the parts that have a blue background. Once you're happy with how it sounds, you click the Save button and it'll add it as a new sound to your program. The Surprise button, which looks like a bunch of stars, adds a random surprise sound from Scratch's built-in library of sounds. And then the Upload Sound icon lets you upload a sound from your computer. I'm not going to show an example of that one, but it works just like uploading an image for a costume or a backdrop. When you're in a sound, you have a couple of basic editing options for it. First of all, you can change the name, or you can undo and redo any changes that you've made. You can also trim a sound, which works very similarly to the trim function when you're recording a new sound. So you drag the red bars around, and when you click save, the only parts of the sound that are saved are what's in purple. So it changed from the cat meow to just kind of a much shorter cat meow. Down at the bottom you have faster and slower buttons which speed up or slow down your sound. Faster. Slower. The echo button makes it sound like your sound has an echo added to it. The robot button makes it sound sort of robotic. Louder and softer make it sound louder and softer. And the reverse button turns your sound around and plays it backwards. Once you have sounds added to your program, you can go back to the Code tab and go to Sounds and have it play your sounds. We covered these blocks in week 2, so we're not going to talk about them again here. In the sound blocks, there's also ways to change sound effects similar to the way we learned about changing graphics effects in week 4. You can change a pitch or a pan left and right. The pitch effect changes how high or low the sound is. In Scratch, they do this by just making it sped up or slowed down a little bit. If you use positive numbers, so for example, if I change it to 100, it sounds higher. If you use negative numbers, that changes it lower, so I'll do negative 100. The pan left-right effect changes whether it sounds like the sound is coming out of your left speakers or your right speakers. This is really hard to demo, but if you set it to be a positive number, that makes it sound like it's coming out of the right side. And if you change it to a negative number, that makes it sound like it's coming out of the left side. Just like with graphic effects, you can only use the clear sound effects block to get rid of all sound effects at the same time. There's no way to get rid of individual sound effects or know which sound effects are currently active. You can also add individual music notes of different instruments to your project. This is considered a Scratch extension, so to use it, you click down here where it says Add Extensions, and you click on Music. And this will add a new category of code blocks called Music. The Set Tempo and Change Tempo blocks change the speed of the music. 60 is considered 1 beat per second, and you can move it up or down from there. The Rest block is a wait block that measures itself in beats instead of seconds. That means that when you change the tempo for your code, it also changes how long the rest block waits for. And the rest block affects not only your music blocks, but also if, for example, you have a motion block in front of it and a motion block after it, it's also affected by the wait from a rest. The play drum block lets you play many different types of drum for a certain number of beats. The set instrument block lets you change the instrument that the play note block uses. The play note block will play the selected note for the chosen number of beats. 60 is considered a middle C. If you put numbers lower than that, it'll choose lower bass notes. If you choose numbers higher than that, it'll choose higher treble notes. If you click on the note number, to change the note, it'll pop up a little piano that lets you choose without having to just know the numbers off the top of your head. There's also a reporter block for the tempo that lets you find out what the current tempo is and use it as a variable. You can get really ambitious with the music blocks in Scratch. As an example, here's somebody who recorded Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, all using music note blocks. Alright, that's it for this special Sound and Music edition of Code Club. I hope you enjoyed it. Now go out and do some coding on your own. Have fun and we'll see you next time.